Hi, this is Jason, the Expat Carnivore, with a quick little video for the day 81, which should have been yesterday, but I'm filming it today because it's day 82, and there'll be two videos today because, yesterday got away from me. Anyway, so today, the subject I want to cover is, do I need X to be on the carnivore diet? And basically, the short answer is no. You don't need really anything to be on the carnivore diet. If you're metabolically healthy, especially, you're good to go. But always consult with a actual medical practitioner and make sure that your levels and health is in good order. However, when I came to carnivore, I was a hot mess, a car crash, a train wreck, a dumpster fire for my metabolic health. I have hypothyroid, I have hypertension, I suffer from ulcerative colitis and IBD, and it was developing into Crohn's disease apparently because I was developing polyps in my colon the last time I got a scope done. So, yay! And also chronic overeater and chronic. Let's just say any excuse to buy chocolate. Well, there wasn't needed an excuse. I bought chocolate, and as much as I could, carry. Halloween, Christmas, no. Quality Streets. Actually, last year for Halloween, I bought a case worth of Quality Street that was 2.5 kilos worth of Quality Street that came in 3 separate bags. 2.5 kilos is about 5 pounds of chocolate. And also the 2 boxes of Celebrations, which I did. And they're all like mini chocolate bars like you give out for Halloween. And neither here nor there, I was not healthy. So when I looked into carnivore and decided that I was going to make the change, I also looked at possible downfalls and shortcomings, and based on what I had seen online and read on research papers and articles on the internet, I said, okay, I'm probably going to need to make sure my electrolytes stay up, so I'm going to get a supplement. And based on a few things, like my thyroid function being defunct, and that I thought, okay, I'm going to get an iodine supplement because iodine is vital to your thyroid function, and if you're not getting enough, then there's no chance of you healing or getting your thyroid levels anywhere near normal. So based on that, that's what I did. But I didn't need to do it. I probably could have gotten away with it. I will say that the period of transitional discomfort was very short for me, whereas my wife, who wasn't taking electrolytes at first, she suffered for a longer period of time than I did. But then she started taking the electrolytes and supplements, and now, no worries. The only other thing for carnivores is, eat meat, eat animal products. If you feel bored with something, like mix it up. Like I have, sardines and water, oysters, wild caught salmon, shrimp. Although I think shrimp are not agreeing with me anymore based on last night's thing, but that would. Everything's going well that way. And then, do I need probiotics? Do I need to heal my gut biome? And I think Dr. Ken Berry, you should look up that on his channel about probiotics and gut health, and what he says about it, because I believe it's enough said. And other supplements I don't need. I don't take any vitamin supplements or of any kind, except currently because of the injury. I'm taking vitamin C because apparently that's supposed to help your healing better if you're supplementing vitamin C when you're injured, and it seems to actually be working. Like this is only 5 days, and the me kissing the bonnet and the eyes clearing up pretty good, and the shoulder's actually feeling all right. I'm able to maintain range of motion. I'm not pushing anything resistance wise on it yet, but I was able to do a resistance workout today without it being discomfort. I wasn't targeting any muscles per se in that group, just light light resistance bands for some pulls and pull downs, and it twinged, but it wasn't like screaming owie. Anyway, moving on, because what stuff do you need for carnivore? Well, the only thing you're going to need, and I'm not going to say need, but you'll want, depending on your circumstance for living, is that because where I live right now, our house does not have an extractor fan over the range / hobs, and I would never pick a house like this again, because when you're searing meat, when you're cooking meat, there's going to be smoke, and if you have a kitchen without an extractor fan, all you're going to be doing is annoying the neighbors with your fire alarm going off. And I started in January, and having the door open in January, even in London, is not great for the heating bill or for your wife's nerves, because she's a cold body, and have to keep the door closed. So your cooking changes. So what we decided to get, which was an air fryer, and oh god, it's a great thing, because mine's a combination air fryer / dehumidifier, which allows me to make beef jerky of many kinds. From Nia's Way, I have used her recipe kind of to make ground beef jerky, which is great and delicious, because what I do is I make a mixture of apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, and sometimes soy sauce, and I just baste. After I make the meat, I just lightly brush on that mixture, and it gives it a great flavor without putting too much into it. Like Worcestershire sauce doesn't have any carbs per se or sugar. Soy sauce has some, but the soy sauce I'm using is gluten-free, so there's no carbs in it. Apple cider vinegar is apple cider vinegar, so it makes it a slightly tangier kind of chew, which is great as a snack or when you need to like have something to chew on in your mouth because you're getting that addiction craving for a snack at 8 o'clock at night, whatever, and even if you're trying to fast. So anyway, the air fryer was great, and then after that I got a slow cooker, because sometimes you want a little more variety, and that's why I got the slow cooker, because then they could do braised beef shins with bone in and slow cook that for a day, and it just falls apart. The meat falls apart. You got all that great collagen and marrow in the broth, and it's such a filling soup, I guess you'd call it. It's not a stew because I don't thicken it, but it is such a great thing to put in. And then I do the hot broth, and then crack an egg in it and let the egg cook in the hot broth, and it's just spectacular. So then, and then of course, it's barbecue season now, although it's wet here to do it and cloudy, but I've already had a couple barbecues now, and nothing like meat over fire. That's all I can say about that. It's just, try not to char your meat too much, but God, is it it's such a great flavor. It's such a great way of cooking the meat, and you can't get any better. So in short, you don't need anything to go on the carnivore diet except the will to feel better and the desire to be better, and then you're just getting ahead that way. You just feel like you are. So that's all for this video. So remember, take care and eat meat. Go, don't stop.